Hey everyone, it's Donnie. Today we will be discussing the Shopkeepers plugin. This plugin is really amazing for both players and for server administrators because of its versatility. It allows you to do so much and it's very simple. So let's get started on the tutorial. So as you can see, there are many types of shopkeepers you can create. It doesn't have to be villagers, but this is dependent on the server you're playing on. For me, the default is villagers. So for example, you can make a selling shopkeeper, a buying shopkeeper, a trading shopkeeper, and a books shopkeeper. And for server administrators and admin shop, and you can pretty much call it whatever you'd like. I just happen to name these what they are. So let's get started on player shops. To set up a selling shop, all you're going to need is your spawn egg. So for my server, again, it's dependent on the server, but for my server, it's a villager spawn egg that a player needs. One chest, you can do 1 or 2 chests, and whatever you're selling. And in this case, it's just going to be a stack of stone for me. So the first thing you're going to do is just place down your chest wherever you'd like. I made these nice little stands for this, specifically for this video. And then you will have directions in the chat of how to create these shops. So you're just gonna left click and scroll through the type of shops that you want. If you have an egg, you're gonna scroll through, and I want to make a selling shop. So now I have a selling shop. Now you're gonna right click on the chest so that it's linked to the shopkeeper, and then just place your shopkeeper anywhere you'd like near it. So I'm just gonna put it right in the front. Okay, front and center. And then what's really cool about shopkeepers and other types of mobs that can be customized, like horses or I don't know, even creepers, you can make a charged creeper, is there's a bunch of options here, right? So I can make it a baby. Oops, I can change its name. So make it selling, just so we know. I can choose the villager profession, and I can also choose the village variant, right? So it's just different types of villagers that you find throughout the map, as well as the villager level, which I'm not entirely sure what it does. It just changes the bow color, I believe. I don't know too much about villagers, but it's pretty cool. And there are 5 pages that allow you to just stockpile whatever you want to sell in your shop. Okay, so now how do you actually sell something? Well, your chest over here, you're just gonna dump whatever you want. You can literally dump however many things will fill those 5 pages that you saw within here. So there's 5 pages, 9, each page is 9 items. So here is just 1 stone, right? So let's say for this 1 stone, I can sell it for 1 iron ingot, which is such a steal. Anywho, if I go back over here, it's going to show me for 1 iron ingot, I'll get 1 stone. But let's say I want to sell more stone. Well, I go back here and I can left click and I can sell 2 stone for 2 iron ingot. I come back here and it's changed. And if you want to sell more than just clicking, left clicking, you can hold shift and just continually press, and maybe I want to sell the entire stack, and then I'll do like, I don't know, 12 blocks of iron, and if I want to delete how much something is worth, I'll just right click, right? And it just resets it. And once I get out, now I see for 12 iron blocks, I get a stack of stone. And that's how you create a selling shop. So the buying shop is very similar. You're just gonna set up your shopkeeper how you did the selling one, but instead when you are rotating through, you're just going to select a buying shop and then link it and then place it down. And in your chest, you are going to put the things that you are buying from people. So in this case, I am buying from somebody that visits my shop, an oak sapling, a furnace, a cake, and an oak boat. You're also gonna put into this chest what you are giving somebody for those things. So I'm just gonna put a stack of iron ingots because I feel like that's enough for these items. So what I mean is when you shift and right click on here, you're going to set how much you are going to pay for these items. So for example, for an oak sapling, I will give 1 iron, and then so forth for these, just because, why not? Just in order. Okay, so if we exit out, we should see these in the little trades section here. And I have 1 oak sapling. And you see, if I have 1 oak sapling, this shop will give me 1 iron ingot. And I collect that. And as a player that is buying, wow, okay, I got 1 iron ingot. And then as the person who actually owns this shop, if you look back in here, you will see that 1 iron ingot is gone, but you have 2 oak saplings now. So I would say sometimes it might be a little bit complicated to make these buying shops because you do need the items you're looking for. So it's kind of like a catch-22. So the trading shop is pretty straightforward. You're just gonna create your shopkeeper regularly, but instead when you're shuffling through, you're gonna choose trading. And then here in your chest, you are going to fill your chest with the items that you would like to trade with. So if I go over here and I shift right click, we will see that I have already set this up. So for example, I will give somebody an oak sapling if they give me a dandelion, and so forth. This proves true if I go back to this interface and I right click on him. So if somebody has a dandelion, I will give them an oak sapling, and so on. So I have a dandelion here. I will put this in and I will get an oak sapling. So I go back over here, and that was as a buyer of this trading shop. So as the owner of this shop, if I look in the chest, I will see that everything that I had in here, I now have what I wanted to trade for, right? So these flowers. So a book shop is similar to a selling shop. You're just going to create the shopkeeper how you normally would, except you're going to now choose books instead of all the other 3. And then once you have placed down your chest, you're just going to fill it with the books that you want to sell to people. And you also have to provide some book and quills. So here I have 4 books. Okay, so now if I shift right click, we can modify the prices. Again, the prices are based on your server preferences. So for me, again, it's iron. So for this book, I'm going to sell it for a block of iron, and then this, just for the sake of it, 2. If I go back over here, we'll see that these prices are reflected. Now, since I added those books and quills, and I only put 4 in, that means that I can only get 4 of either the first book or the second book, however many, but really only 4 can be made unless you put more books and quills inside, right? So for example, I'll test this out with this health index. So get 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. There's no more because there's no more books and quills. So if that happens and you are the owner of this book shop, you have to put more books and quills in there. Otherwise, you will not be able to sell any more of your books. Okay, so for server administrators, it's very straightforward. It's just 1 command. You don't have to use the villager spawn egg. Okay, so you're just gonna look at a block and you're just gonna type in shopkeepers and then admin shop. Really, you can just tab at this point in 1.14. If you're not in 1.14, then just type in admin shop and you can just hit enter. And here will pop up your new admin shop. So this is an unlimited shop where you can, as a server administrator, sell anything you want for anything really. So for example, the same thing applies. You can change all of these presets here, and I'm just going to name it admin shop. So now you're just gonna shift, and then what you wanna sell is gonna go up on the top row, and then the price will be the first and second row. So again, you can make the pricing whatever you want. In this case, for 64 stone, I will ask players for 64 TNT. And now I will show my admin shops and how they are configured. Okay, so now we're at my village shop, and these are my little villagers, right? So I have stone and brick, I have wood, I have 3 floors of admin shops. So if we look at stone and brick, I have already set up what players can buy from me, right? So if they have 16 iron ingot, they'll get stone and so forth. And also there's like so much you can do with this plugin. I created a pet shop, and there's levels of this pet shop. So for 32 wheat seeds, you get 4 chicken eggs. Then a weapons and tool shop, I made it so that it's fairly balanced in my opinion. You can sell it for whatever you want. You can sell anything for whatever you want, however you want. It's very customizable, and that's what I really like about this plugin. So I hope you all enjoyed this plugin tutorial. I broke it down as best I could so everybody can understand how player shops work, and for server administrators how to set those shops up. It's super straightforward, very simple. I put this plugin in because I really can't be bothered doing all of this like technical stuff. This, I literally just pop it in and it's ready to go, right? If you'd like to visit my server, it's play.creepercraftmc.net, and I do have this plugin for first-time players. You can create one shop, so that's plenty really. And if you buy premium ranks, you can create up to 5 depending on your rank. So again, thank you so much for checking this video out and learning about this great plugin, and I hope server administrators see this plugin and its potential, and players really try finding a server with this. It's super interesting. I love the fact that it's not based on virtual currency. And that's pretty much it. Peace.